Hello everybody. So in this video we're going to take a look at my stream highlights. We are going to look how I won $14,000. We made a deal, so we're gonna talk a little bit about the making deals in Final Labels as well. So this is played like I think like 2 years ago, maybe slightly more. So let's take a look. First hands, we have Pocket Jacks on the button, Giraffe opens, Lena calls. This is 20, we are 20 out of 22, so nine places are being paid. I don't think there is too much to talk about going all in over here with 15 big blinds. So over here, I assume because it's three my lights, I would assume it was limp pot and he bet one on the flop. Would be my guess. So obviously not going anywhere on a king over here. And if he's going to jam, there are just too many draws. Like he can have 5-3, 5-6, 8-6, 8-5. Like totally like random garbage. Miss flush draws seems very hard to fold top pair over here. So not really sure what I was doing in game. We do block the 6x though. But like this is like one of those spots where it's very simple to over bluff because the amount of bluffs that he's going to have there is just a lot. So over here, we opened early position, bet the B, 3-bet us. So he's going to have enough bluffs over here, so I'm going to go ahead and say we should just rip it. But in position as in position player, we will have some flats here to his size, but not too many. I think we just want to play 4-bet jam and fold often here. And obviously have queens, but ace on the flop. Pretty beautiful here, huh? Looking good. So we where does the stream continue, eh? 2 out of 13 now. Why is it? Okay. Some other tables, some YouTube stuff, eh? So this is another interesting spot where cutoff opens. We are 2 out of 12, and 9 players gets the money. So we basically, as a big stack here, are putting a lot of pressure because, well, three from the money, he's very likely to open probably wider than he should, considering the stacks who is opening to, and I need to use this like offsuit a6 as 3-bet bluffs because I also want to go ahead and like value, but like just in general put a lot of pressure to him, and I'm still gonna have this amount of value. Interesting call by him. I don't mind the check. I don't mind the bet. If we bet, he needs to defend quite wide here though. Even though because we're betting so small, he's still gonna have worst hands. So check the turn. I assume I'm gonna go for a check call. I think it's going to go actually check quite often because now it's like because it's three from the money. So once it's three from the money, it's very likely he's just going to, even if he has like ace five, he's not happy to jam that one. I still have hands that beat him. I guess he had like king jack, queen jack. That would make sense. So the bubble busts over here. Mute that. You guys will see the payouts over here as well. It's very nice. So, Pocket Rockets, we're opening up. We get to open quite a bit, even though Vatten Loss is is a bigger stack here. But it's not like he's going to want to get stacks in against me too often either. So Once he three bets, I should be having a flatting range here because I'm just too deep. But like aces typically just wants to go non all in these type of spots and build the bot. It jams, ace king, yeah, you're just getting cooler here. Very normal, I must say. Not much you can do there. Now we just going to be a chip leader, opening, calling. Obviously, if you open somebody jam 6, 7 big blinds, not much we can do. He was the shorter stack. Kind of same. Damn, just can't win all in without aces, eh? So we lose him. Should be some interesting hands more coming in. Another aces, huh? So this is actually if you allow a solver to crunch a lot of numbers, because the I want to basically if I have queens here, I probably want to have some of them flatting. So it wants I want to size very baller here. Being this deep, I probably could even go like 8 big blinds. I do know some ISM solutions do like that. So he calls. This flop is quite bad for me because if he's going to call like even if he has Jack then he can definitely have like 9-8 then 9 like he's gonna have a lot of equity here either way. Yeah. The dream turn when you have aces in 3-bet pot final level. Hey, I don't think that I should be doing anything else here. My range because my pre-flop range is quite a baller. I think I don't even really have like need to bluff here. This is very interesting sizing choice by him because he's basically still saying he has like 7x plus. I guess he could have like I'm still gonna have some queen x here. Wouldn't shock me to see like set split like this as well. If I had to guess, I would think I would have to call here sometimes because I really don't I'm blocking ace queen and I don't really have anything worse or like anything better. What is this? Go bbzpoker.com. Go buy stuff. I just launched my new exploitative poker play bundle. Go check it out. Link in the description. So over here we're going just three ways against big stack and short stack. This type of spots you kind of want to check down. Like you're not looking to build a bot. There is no money on the side. So I like the small value, but could probably even go bigger. You can still have a like 9, 7, like just small pairs and stuff like that. Yeah, like pair of fives, 3, 7, stuff like that. Interesting that they bet the flop with that though. So very normal open. I'm not going to call this one. A7 and queens. Wow, this is very deep though. I guess it's like a 1K warm up, so typically those tend to be quite deep. So I open and I call a 3-bet. We're very deep. That's how you play ace queen over here. So small bet. I'm not going anywhere. I have gut shot, backdoor flush draw. Like you just need to continue this a lot. If he double barrels though, yeah, I'm out of there. That makes sense. I'm not big fan of this though. I am not big fan of this. Let me pull quickly a solution for deeper stacks. I don't know if I have this deep though. But but in general speaking, I do think these like you're not supposed to be calling much in these spots. So this is going to be a solution a little bit smaller stacks. But if God of opens, this is 2.5x. You don't really get to like have much of a flatting range, like big blind 50, small blind 40, button 60. And big blind and button's RFI range is not that wide in general. And this is because there is no antis to steal, and just the way the three-handed like final labels play. This is actually spots where like a year ago, maybe a little bit more, I started running a lot of these solutions, and like I think these three-handed plays are being played super like poorly by pretty much everybody. But because he uses min raise, it's not like the end of the world. So obviously, I'm not going anywhere here with the flush draw. Uh, I don't mind a little bit leads on the turn, maybe even. The guy loves the barrel, not going anywhere. So on the turn, one thing to say about the turn is once he bets like that, if he's like under bluffing the rivers, I do think I like to check raise directly on the turn, even though he does have Jack 10 in his range, quite a bit, like pocket queens, pocket nines, pocket trees, pocket kings, pocket aces we do beat. And like if he's under bluffing the rivers, I do think you want to kind of slow fast play. And once the ace comes, so what is his bluffs going to be now? Like there is no like super like natural bluffs, maybe like Jack 8, then 8, stuff like that. But they need to fire quite often because it's like they shouldn't be really opening with those pre-flop. But I don't think you can make assumption that your opponent is not opening these because they are still a big stack on the button, three-handed final label. So, but if they don't have offsuit hands, it's going to be down to suited hands, and once they have a lot of suited hands, they will connect with ace x bluffs, right? So if they're under bluffing the river, I do think you do want to start leading here once again because well we do have the nuts and the sizing should be a small. So I'm not 100% sure what I was thinking in this one. So let's take a look what happened. So I went with a check. I do think like leading might make a little bit more sense though. Wish I knew what he had. Wish I knew what he had there. Were interesting spots. Am I showing here? Ah no, it's the other hand. So going for a big 3-bet over here, trying to get the money in, and it's small. Makes sense. It's very easy to it's very easy to get the money in because I three bet quite big, so very simple. Now you want to go geometric. I don't like my size here though. The whole idea is like the 6 is a blank card. Once it's a blank card, I either have a king x and better or I have a bluff, right? It's not like I'm going with the pocket queens, right? Or like 8x. So just because of that, I do think I want to charge more for flush draws. He's still gonna need to call with a ton of like 8x and like really shitty hands to be fair. Just because he's in position and all of that. So I do think like making a bigger size here makes more sense. It just feels wrong to be fair. Ooh. Uh we do block ace high flushes. We did 3-bet, so it doesn't really have that many flushes in his range. He still needs to call with the king x. So in these type of spots, if you think people are going to follow king x, you obviously can't bet. I don't mind either way. I do think it's not easy for him to find bluffs if I check, so it's rather check fold or bet very small. Would probably outperform, just charge the king, so to speak, get some small value. but because of the how much I have, like makes sense. Kind of jam. Don't really have that much. Yeah, you can see like I'm uncertain. Like should go really small or just a bit big. I don't mind this. Might be still a mistake though. Might still be a mistake. Ah, he asked me a deal, so we did end up making a deal with him, and as I said in the beginning of the video, we're going to talk about making deals. So we'll get to that and to the deal numbers. So in general, I do think people are not doing enough deals in final levels, and the reason for that is actually I'm not 100% sure. I think it's kind of like you're just so ego. You're just like, okay, let's see the numbers. So we're locking up for 13,800. So the idea with making deals in final level is like, think about if you study MTTs, you play MTTs. How much do you spend time playing and studying heads up, right? Just think about heads up. So if you don't put too much time into heads up, then it does make sense to make a deal with another reg. Because even let's say you think you have like small edge. How much is your edge really? Like it's 0.5%? Like you're not going to win more. It's not like you're going to, let's say it's equal stacked. We can see over here we're pretty much equal, right? It's not like I'm going to win this 55% of the time or 60% of the time. If I have a small edge, I'm maybe winning it like 51% of the time. So taking all this variance, so we can see the payouts here, 12,000 and 16,000. So we're basically playing a $4,000 heads up match. So if you're in this type of situations, the question is, would you take $2,000 and play a heads up against this player? Would you do it? Because if not, you should be considering making deal. Obviously, if you're going to make a deal and they're like, hey, give me a lot more money, like, doesn't really make sense, then like, fuck it, just play. But the variance is just so big in these spots. And the same kind of goes like with 300, 400, 500. Like 500, it's very difficult to make a deal because everybody, like, people would not be probably accepting it and they just like to run the variants. I do think it's kind of problematic in general. I personally, I remember like 2 years ago, no, probably a year ago, I made a deal against most likely a player that was not professional player, and I did think I'm probably having an edge. And we did like the shop, whatever was my stack value, like over here, like my stack value is this, I just take this. And the whole idea was it was very big, like final label probably like 100k or 60k or whatever it was, right? So for me it was like, even if he is a whale and we are playing this heads up match, would I take my like 10, 20,000 and be like, hey, you want to play heads up with me? I know I'm better than you, but do I really want to take that variance to just go and like dick swing, so to speak? Like, these are like things to consider. It's like maybe not the fanciest way to like go about it, and like people just want to like, yo, I just want to play it out. Sure, you can always leave something aside, right? I believe at that with that particular guy, we also had like I think it was scoop event or something, and we had some like you could not like split all the money, so you have something aside. So that does like make sense. So you still get to play for a little bit of money. In those cases, you can always ask for that as well if you want to, but like in general, it's not like you're gonna go win the tournament and like, oh, I won 100k. Let's go play some heads up for 10k. Like you're not going to do it, right? So if you're not going to do, you should really consider in these type of scenarios to make deals. So yeah, I think this is pretty much it. Well, we just go all in every hand, so that it's basically like in the middle of your session, you want to keep like focus on other tables. So that is actually another reason to make a deal, especially if it's like, let's say you have 10 tables and you're like, yo, I'm very busy to play with other tables. It's just often not worth it. Just make a deal, go all in, get this rid of this table, go play another one, right? But let's check it out. Let's play it until the end. And guys, if you haven't, make sure you like and subscribe. I will be more active with YouTube videos. There will be more videos like this. So if you enjoy it, you definitely want to check out what's to come. And we will be doing more in general hand analyzes, some famous hands. I'm not 100% sure, but we're lining everything up. So I'll see you there.